So last time that we worked on a character, we got Lumine from the wheel. And after building her up today, it is time to spin that wheel again. So who will we be spending some quality time with over the next couple days or potentially even weeks if we get unlucky? It is Kirara. Okay, yeah, there is definitely a bit of improvements that can be made here. I think it goes without saying, we're going to try to build her as a support build, not a main DPS or anything. I think artifact-wise, we're going to be going for 2-piece Millilith and then 2-piece of the whatever's glow. Yeah, this one, because then we can get 2 sets of 2-piece HP percent. Now, there is a world where we could use 4-piece Instructor, but my options for that right now are very limited. I also really wish that we had the Dockhand's Assistant Sword, because that is like perfect for her. So I'm thinking maybe just Favonius Sword, and this one's already max ascended. I was just never able to level it up. So we will see if we have enough, which it looks like we do. We don't really need to max level her, but I do have enough to max level her. And so I figure, you know, why not just do it? Which allows us to turn our attention to talent levels. And of course, we have to farm everyone's favorite enemy, Spectres. Then with our resin, we can farm artifacts and also the weekly boss. Funnily enough, I don't even have to change the team because this is the team that we ended the last video with. And Kirara is already on it. This team actually does pretty good here. And there are our 2 drops for the week. And it seems like those are the only drops for that boss that we have. Now, because Kirara is a support and not a DPS, I feel like the artifact requirements aren't going to be as demanding. So in theory, this shouldn't take as long as building someone that needs a ton of crit. We will need some amount of, well, crit rate, since we are using the Favonius Sword. But for the most part, it's like HP percent, ER, and then some EM as well. You know, they did give us Dendro damage bonus, but it somehow rolled into the one stat I didn't want, which I guess is just how it usually goes, because I'm looking for HP percent or EM here, and it's dodged both of those. And it continued. This is just terrible. I'm not using it. We will be using an HP instead, which rolled a lot into flat HP. Okay, so this one really didn't roll great either. We are out of artifact fodder currently, so I'll have to come back to this another day. And so we're gonna have to begin our hunt for Spectres. This is officially the last reminder. I went ahead and I got the time for the plushie to be extended by an extra couple days. So when this video goes up, you probably have like 3 days, if that, to get this coupling plush. And then it is gone. No more time extensions, no nothing. It's over. So if you want one, go scoop one up. A link in the description. If you don't want it, you know, that's fine. But if you do want one, go pick it up. I guess it's also worth noting that currently we have not gotten another 5-star off this banner, because I have just been doing pulls as I have enough primos to do so. And I think we got a Chongyun, and that was it. Now, before we go ahead and farm the talent domain, because it is Sunday today, we're just gonna see if we even need to, which I'm sure we do. But we're ignoring her normal attack. We're just doing the skill and burst. Of course, the limiting factor are the weekly boss drops. And if we craft up what we can, then we have 29 of the philosophies. I think that should actually be enough. Definitely enough to get them to level 8. I don't know about both the 9. But that means in terms of resin, we can just spend it trying to get better artifacts. So I will go ahead and do exactly that. That is the wrong set. Not gonna help us. Bad. Looks promising, but it's not. Even worse. Double circlet, but neither is great. More Garbo. Somehow, double crit damage, but that's not what we're looking for. Useless. And that is also useless. Using all of the fodder we got, we were able to get the flower up to level 18, and we maxed out the feather. I realize I probably should have done it the other way, because HP is what's important, but we're gonna max them all anyways. So now she's almost at 40,000 HP. We do still need to max the circlet. I would just prefer to get a different crit rate circlet that actually has usable substats for her. Or alternatively, we can use a crit rate from any set. If I get a Millilith piece, which is such a hard word for me to say, to replace either the feather or the flower, or even the sands, because we have 3 of these, we only need 2. Then tomorrow, we need to farm the weekly boss again, and more Spectres. Always need to farm more Spectres. As it goes with most videos that I record over a longer period of time, I have no idea what we were last talking about. However, However, it is currently a new week, so I would like to get some boss drops from this boy or girl. I never actually did the quest, so I don't know what it is. And then every time that I've gone out to get specters, I get a couple of them and then kind of call it quits because I don't like farming them, as I'm sure most of us can relate to. So I think today we are just going to bite the bullet and just farm a whole bunch of them. Of course, weekly boss drops will be a bit of a bottleneck, but if we get enough weekly boss drops somehow, then getting both her skill and burst to level 8 would be nice. But basically just enough specter drops to get those talents as far as we can based on how many weekly boss drops we have. So we are looking for the little like amber mosquito looking one. And wow. Okay, we actually get 2 of them. That means we can bring the skill to level 8 and it's exactly enough to also get the burst to level 8 once we get a couple more specter drops, which isn't nearly as many as I thought we'd have to get. You see, the 2 easiest spots to get the specter drops are these guys right here. Just take out these 2 and then you walk just a little bit further and oh, look at that, 3 more. Then the other spot I like is right here, because similarly, you approach and 4 of them just spawn. So whenever I need specter drops, I pretty much go to those 2 spots and then, you know, occasionally a 3rd spot, which would be this one. You see, specters used to be really annoying enemies to farm, and then they kind of fixed that. But what's most annoying about them is just the terrain that you have to fight them in, because half the time they're above water, and then you just end up swimming when you're trying to fight them, or they're just on the side of a cliff for no reason. So I am very selective about which ones I actually go out to fight. So after just a bit more farming of specters than I would normally prefer, we can go ahead and bring the burst to level 8. That means level, weapons, and talents are done. Constellations, we kind of can't work on that right now. C4 would be nice, I'm just saying. And all that leaves are the artifacts. I don't actually believe this, but maybe if I say it'll come true. For the last time, let's go into the tenacity domain and get the artifacts we've been looking for. Watch. Here, tenacity, HP, okay. A second tenacity, which will be HP energy. You know what? If energy recharge was a problem, that wouldn't be bad for her. But the energy recharge is not a problem for her. A couple of runs later, we do see another tenacity piece, and it could be usable. Tenacity cup, it's gonna be HP. It's gonna be attack percent. I knew it the whole time. Okay, but Sans HP is can we see an HP percent? The funny thing is, this isn't even for a damage dealer. This is just a kind of support character, which should be easier to get the proper stuff for. Except when this happens, it isn't. Okay, here we go. HP percent. Okay, HP percent just doesn't exist. I get it. Today's gotta be the last day, right? Today's the day we're gonna get lucky back into the tenacity domain, but it's HP percent day. Everyone knows that. International HP percent artifact day. Look at your calendar right now. I bet you it's on there, and if it isn't, you should get a new calendar. And in case you don't believe me, well, just watch this. Watch this tenacity HP percent. Boom. That's... Boom. Boom. Okay, I got nothing. Did I get the date wrong or something? What's going on? Yeah, I guess I did. Okay, everyone go back to your trash cans where you just threw out that calendar. Take it back because apparently mine was wrong. We have not gotten a single HP percent piece. Maybe I should report this as a bug to HoYoVerse, right? It's gotta be a bug. I never get unlucky. So how is it possible that I'm getting unlucky? Hear me out. Maybe all the HP percent is in the strong box. I mean, that's gotta be what it is, right? Let's see. Defense. Animo damage, elemental mastery, defense. That can't be HP percent. Healing bonus. There's an HP percent, but the circlet's kind of where we want the crit rate because we're using the Favonia sword. Also, the substats there were not great. HP percent with not a single substat I want. Hey, I'm just saying, if they ever create a pyro sword character besides Bennett or I guess the MC, this piece is looking kind of nice. But until then, it's pretty useless. Okay, we did get another goblet. Double crit. We don't actually need double crit here. We just need crit rate. If this rolls like ER, then that'd be nice. Okay, wait. Crit rate. It's gonna roll HP percent as the final stat, and it will be beautiful. Trust me, it is going to happen. Ready? Ready to see that HP percent? After all, I am a psych. I didn't say anything. Okay, I see it's not rolling that well. Yes, it is better than the one that we were using. Though if you look at it, that's not really saying much. Though I think it is still our best option. Oh, don't do that. I just want like ER. ER is nice. Yes, see, good. Okay, game, listen. You can roll... ER would be nice. You could roll anything as long as we go a lot into crit rate. That's the only... Okay, you know what? HP, it's okay. That isn't okay, though. Ooh, the ×5. Huh. Why does that piece look like I haven't even leveled it yet? Well, to stop ourselves from spending weeks upon weeks just farming for a support character, when there are definitely other support characters that probably want a little more investment, we have, sadly, just under 40,000 HP, 249 EM, and then 53% crit rate, which at least it's above 50, and 201% ER. I think it goes without saying that I would like all of those numbers to be higher, but this should definitely be an improvement from where she was at the start of this episode. And of course, we really can't do like a damage test because she's a support character that doesn't buff really. So I mean, she works. And now at least if we try to use her in the Abyss, it shouldn't feel like we're using an unleveled character. Since we got Kirara built decently enough faster than I thought, let's go ahead, take her around and see what we can do with her. Like there's this event that I've not done on any account and I'm not sure exactly what we gotta do, but it seems like we need overloaded. And funny story, Dendro's actually not that great for overloaded. I think this is actually our best team. I guess I could have brought Cookie, but we already got Bennett as a healer. We don't need another one. And if we can swirl this Pyro with Kazu, then that's even more Pyro application. And I'm learning that I should have actually gone on the highest difficulty because they're dying before I can actually proc the overloaded. Usually with the restricted accounts, it's better for us to not try the highest one because normally we can't. But for this one, I think we definitely want to. Wait, there's a second one of overloaded? Why are we doing it again? I guess they really want people to try using overloaded. Oh, I forgot that we did C6 Bennett. So we actually do have some amount of overloaded. I am slightly confused though, because there's a lot of times where I'm triggering overloaded and it's not counting towards the total. I'm not sure why that is, unless I misunderstood what I'm supposed to be doing. How was there not a single overloaded in that? I'm not buying it. I saw the word overloaded on screen, but it didn't count. Okay, well, remember when I was saying how we could do the highest difficulty? Well, it becomes a little bit harder when it doesn't, you know, work. Look, overloaded, big overloaded, nothing happens. Oh, overloaded again, doesn't count. See all that electro? Boom, overloaded. Oh, overloaded. What's that? Overloaded, nothing counts. Excuse me? So what does it want me to do? Because that doesn't count as overload. I can only assume that I am doing something wrong because I find it hard to believe that the game is just this bad at counting. I guess we will be going to the 2-star difficulty. Oh, I just looked through all of them. There's not a single one that uses Dendro. So I guess Kirara will not be used here. But then the 2-star difficulty feels too easy. Here, we'll try this one, the electrocharge one on 3-star. It's definitely not counting all the procs of electrocharge, but it's not as bad. Almost there. This team is actually kind of fun to use. I don't think it's that practical, but maybe it is. Electrocharge is just such an easy reaction to do, and we were able to do it with 3 stars. Oh, there's a second one of electrocharged. I think I need to build Beto on my main account because lately I've just been wanting to use her, but I don't have her built anywhere. Also, in the pulls that I did trying to get the other 5-star weapon, that banner's gone now, but we did get one more sacrificial sword off of it, which I'm just remembering to tell you guys now. And so I believe that Xingqiu is only 1 refinement away from an R5 sacrificial sword. We do have one more on the account. I could R5 it, but I kind of like having a second one. I'm using my Ayaka here because she's a cryo character and we have to freeze, but I'm pretty sure she's on a dull blade right now. And then Kaya, I don't even know if he's built. I just wanted to use him. We only have one miss splitter and that is currently on Clorinde, so I have to use the trial Ayato and then my dull blade Ayaka. Even though Clorinde isn't one of the siblings, she still has to share with them. Although to be fair, we could use the lo-fi on Clorinde. Like, it works. It's just not leveled yet because I'm kind of waiting for when the wheel says we have to work on Alhaitham. Oh, melt. That's gonna be a tough one for us. Okay, hold on. Have I really not been reading? Wait. Oh, I have to go back because on the side it says defeat opponents within 3 seconds of triggering a melt reaction. So it's not just triggering it, it's defeating them within 3 seconds of it. Did the other one also say that? There's no way I'm that blind, right? Defeat an opponent within 3 seconds of triggering an overloaded reaction. I don't get why my brain couldn't read that whole sentence because I swear I did. Well, since Kirara didn't get to join us at all during that event, I figured we'll just dabble a little bit in the Spiral Abyss. I, in no way, expect to 36 star this, nor do I really feel like trying to 36 star it, because this rotation is kinda nasty. But look, ooh, Dendro application. She's doing it. Oh, that was a waste. Does my Kaching have artifacts? I swore I just checked and she did, but actually I can't trust anything that I see now. After not being able to read a full sentence in that event, I don't trust myself. So she probably doesn't have artifacts. The Xingqiu's rain swords are hitting harder than she is. Let's go, Kirara, get that Dendro up. Yeah, there's no way that Kaching has artifacts right now. Oh, I think Clorinde might have taken some of them, because so many of our characters have kind of had their builds destroyed by giving stuff to other characters. Though I must say, the refined sacrificial sword is very nice. It's not even maxed yet, and he is much more consistently getting his burst up. Yo, Kaching hit for 83? That's probably a new world record right there. Let's take a little peek. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Just an attack percent. Not even electro damage, just attack. There's so many teams I want to use here, but so many of their builds are just in shambles right now. Like, I'll hate them with Kirara. The typical Hyper Bloom team Cookie Xingqiu would be nice, but I'll hate them. Apparently he's missing an artifact, and his weapon is level 1. Like I said, I'm waiting on that for when we roll him on the wheel. Okay, trust me, this team is gonna go crazy, but probably more so crazy in a bad way. And before you ask about what the heck this team is, don't. This is genius is what this is. Look at that damage. There was an 11,000 there. That's crazy. This is probably going to be the new meta. 12,000. Okay, look, I know it's floor 10. But that was very easy, which is a good thing. I'm saying, like, with that team, that was way easier than I thought it'd be. Oh, immune to Electro, right. I knew that. I definitely planned for this. This is when Kirara gets her spotlight, except she really can't do damage. She's not built for that. Let's see if this side can pull it off again. Somehow, we do. If I had a C6 Lynette, I would actually try to build her as a DPS, because that's when she gets all the Animo infusion. Granted, I'm pretty sure it's only 6 seconds, but still. I love how this side is pretty much just like Farina Xingqiu support. We essentially do not have a damage dealer, but it still just works. Until you get to here, because I know about this. Pyro is very good here, and we have one Pyro character. Second half, I'm going with a kind of weird team, hoping it works. First half, I feel like Cryo and Hydro would be very good here, but because we're trying to use Kirara, I'm not gonna do that. We are instead going to yes, a Bloom team where I don't use Nilou. That makes sense. I do not in any universe expect this to work. It's going. And by it's going, I mean the HP of this thing is going down. Yeah, it ended at 65%. Do I think this side can take out all the slimes without losing 5% of its HP? No, not in the slightest, especially when I'm stuck on the thing and can't move. I knew that this stage and chamber and whatever in specific was going to be annoying. You wouldn't think that just a bunch of slimes would prove to be such a nuisance to take down, but they are. So we'll take our 2 stars. If I'm really feeling motivated, maybe I'll go back. Ooh, I also love that I brought Farina on a team with no healer. That was some expert level planning on my part. A Bloom team with no Nilou and a Farina team with no healer. Honestly, I kind of popped here. Oh, I forgot it was these dweebs. I wish I had Kirara on this side. Although, this is kind of working. 3 stars there. Come on, Kirara. Your team can do this. You are the team captain for this one. Isn't Farina's burst, like, kind of useless here if we're not healing? Like, it really doesn't do much for us. You know, Kirara and Nilou together would be kind of fun. I don't know why we never did that, because then we would have the shield for all the Dendro stuff, and it would at least make more sense than this. Oh, no! You were supposed to kill her? That was gonna be so free. Also, I'm just gonna point this out because I just realized it, but also I have a counter argument. Yes, Farina technically can heal, but I don't like using her as a healer because you lose out on so much damage, especially on that side where we had, like, no damage dealers. This time, this should be pretty much free, which it is. That's how it should have gone the first time. Honestly, I am looking forward to spinning that wheel again and seeing what character we get to build up next, because there are so many themes I want to try, but obviously we need the builds before we can do it. Oh, and I guess I do still have the C2 that, you know, it is pretty good, but I'm still a little salty with Jean for making us lose that 50-50. So we'll wait a little bit longer before activating it. So with that being said, we're wrapping this up because I want to move on to the next character. And that means now we have 2 characters on this account that we've built like more properly. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see all of you guys next time.